When it comes to Tuskegee putting this dress code in, saying that the kids can't wear do-rags and bonnets, I think is stupid. I feel like a lot of y'all are talking about, oh, they need to be prepared for professionalism. Y'all sound stupid to me. I don't know why I can't go to class, which is at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm running from my dorm 10 feet away to class. Why do I have to get my hair done for this? Why can't I put something to cover my head on so I can go to class? Also, I would like for y'all to understand that a job and college are not the same thing. Those kids are paying to go there. A job is somewhere where you go to get paid, and that's them people's rules because they're paying you. At the end of the day, the students are paying for education, not so that their headwear can be policed. Y'all say that things are not about white supremacy, but that's only because y'all are not smart enough to see white supremacy when it's happening. It's college, it's not a job. Those are two different things. If somebody is going to college, they can understand that when I go to class, I can wear my bonnet and my sweats, but when I go on a job interview, I'm going to make sure my hair is done. That's not hard for anybody to understand, and I don't know why y'all think that students in college are too dumb to understand time and place. A classroom, unless y'all are saying it's the, wear your business attire so that we can make sure y'all know how to dress. That happened when I was in school. There were certain classes where you wore business attire so that they could assess you and let you know how you were supposed to dress. It was not an everyday thing because every class doesn't require that type of clothing. At the end of the day, these are young kids that need to be focused on what they're learning in their work, not how they look.
Basically, black people, black women in particular, because it's mostly them and LTMs, don't want any standards. They don't know any rules. How many times do I say this? They want to do what they want to do whenever they want to, and everyone is supposed to accept it. So black people don't want any standards because every time someone says that there's a rule, they go and cry white supremacy, which is why racism doesn't carry the weight that it used to, because they want to say that everything is racism. This is Tuskegee, an HBCU. This is black people. This is about what black people do for the most part, and they still find a way to bring white people in. So help me understand why allegedly everything comes to be white people's fault when they have nothing to do with this at all. Y'all are using this is what it is, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. Just say white people, white supremacy and racism, and everyone is supposed to come and run scared. It's not working anymore. It is not working anymore. The things that you all will fight for and that you will tell people what they don't need to do and what you're not going to do, don't go to the school. It's very simple. Don't go to the school. If it's that important for you to wear bonnets, do-rags, pajamas, and slippers so that you can look like a slug, then go to the school that will allow you. But let me say this right here and right the fuck now. The other schools will follow suit. I promise you. It may not be for next year. I'm telling you, they will start to follow suit and they're going to say the same thing. So run if you must. Or why don't you learn how to follow some damn rules? This is why you can't have relationships, because you all swear that you know everything and you fail every single time. You think that you are in charge of the fucking world and you are barely in charge of yourself. And if it is so important for you to wear a fucking bonnet, stay your ass home. Don't then get on this internet talking about how it's Donald Trump's fault, DEI's fault, white people's fault, hell, black people's fault that you can't get a job. We sat and watched not too long ago these simple ass Generation Zs go to a job interview, black, dressed like they was going to the club, basically. No kind of anything put into their daggone outfits. And then the Asians and the whites walked in and then they felt embarrassed. So if you want to have your funky ass kids be out here and potentially be embarrassed because you think they should know, this is the point of college, is to teach. So if you don't want them to be taught, take them the hell out and go and find whatever the hell it is that you're looking for, wherever the hell it is that you think that you know where it's at. But for y'all to sit up here and fight for this shit is half damn crazy. And that's why black people are where the fuck they are right now, because y'all listen to dumb bitches like this.
can't wear bonnets to breakfast, and I think that how we're responding to that says more about us than the policy itself. Hi, I'm Jacoby, and I'm a proud graduate of North Carolina A&T State University. But before I attended my HBCU, I was a student at the University of Alabama for 2 years, and I can honestly say nobody cared what I was wearing to class or to the dining halls. But here's the thing as well. Nobody was really wearing bonnets, do-rags, or bedroom shoes to class or the dining halls either. I bring that up because HBCUs have always had stricter dress codes than PWIs, and I think I know why. We have a respectability politics problem in the Black community, and HBCUs sit at the dead center of it because they take seriously the job of producing the next generation of Black professionals. And I don't disagree with that mission. I know that Tuskegee University means well with this policy, but I also know that it may be sending the wrong message to students because respectability politics does not exist in a vacuum. It has a class hierarchy baked into it that comes directly from inside the Black community. And as much as HBCUs are a home and a safe space for us, they are not exempt from that class divide. So when the policy says no bonnets in the cafeteria, one student may hear, "We're preparing you for the workforce." And another one may hear, "We're preparing you to leave a version of yourself behind." Personally, I'm starting to wonder where it ends because we've been told for generations that if you look right, act right, and talk right, the system will meet you and reward you where you are. But it's just seeming like that's not true these days. And respectability politics continues to follow us into every space in our lives. And I think what's starting to aggravate people and why this policy has really made people so upset is that it's now following us into the cafeteria at our beloved HBCU. And with everything going on in the world and within our community, I think people are starting to wonder, what is the payoff of these restrictive policies? When does the reward come? Because you can show up in a suit, code switch, and move differently in every room you're in and still hit ceilings that were built specifically for you. Employers and people will say presentation matters, and that is true sometimes. But sometimes it's just another way to move the bar. And I really don't have an answer to these problems, but I think that's actually the point because no one does, and that's why people are upset about the policy. It's easier to be angry at a dress code than to sit with the real question. How long are we going to continue to ask Black students to perform respectability for a system that was never going to be fair to them anyway? That's the real question.
No, the real question is, how long are y'all going to fight to be basically outlaws in the world and think that someone's supposed to give a damn about you? This is why no one gives a damn about Black women, because y'all fight for the stupidest of the stupidest things and then come up with these stupid ass new ass phrases that are supposed to mean something and they mean absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of life. If you know that the damn world, or at least the United States of America, that the dominant society is who is in charge and you don't want to conform, don't. But don't make everyone else who decides that they would like to live and they would like to eat and they would like to not depend on the government and they would like to have a happy and successful life. Don't shame them because they want to do what they need to do in order to get to where they need to be. You all continue to fight for dumb shit, even though that puts the rest of us in harm's way. You don't seem to care about that part of it. And that's why enough of us don't give a fuck about y'all and the things that y'all are saying to make excuses, basically, for bad behavior. That's what it is. If you don't want any rules, which would explain why your kids is out here doing whatever the hell it is that they want to, fine. But keep that shit to yourself. Carry y'all's asses on to whatever school it is that you the fuck want to go to.
So I'm sitting here in my little bonnet or scarf thinking about Tuskegee's dress code and how they're trying to ban bonnet and scarves from campus. And I graduated from FAMU, and I remember our freshman year, I had Professor Rozier for business professionalism, whatever, GEB 1091, whatever the class was. And she was like, it was around homecoming time. And she was like, y'all go to the club and y'all put on all these cute outfits, get y'all nails done, and get y'all hair done. And the lights are off in there. And then you come to class with your nails broken, clothes wrinkled, hair sitting all over your head, and the lights are on in here. So I'm sitting here in my little bonnet or scarf thinking about Tuskegee's dress code and how they're trying to ban bonnet and scarves from campus. And I graduated from FAMU, and I remember our freshman year, I had Professor Rozier for business professionalism, whatever, GEB 1091, whatever the class was. And she was like, it was around homecoming time. And she was like, y'all go to the club and y'all put on all these cute outfits, get y'all nails done, and get y'all hair done. And the lights are off in there. And then you come to class with your nails broken, clothes wrinkled, hair sitting all over your head, and The lights are on in here.